Hey, welcome everybody to this week's Forex market preview. And we're going to go back over the pound US dollar as well as touch a little bit on the euro yen and maybe even the dollar yen. Okay, so the euro yen, we've been talking about this for several weeks now. And what we need to do is pull for an external Fibonacci retracement. You can see we have a 161 retracement level down here. But if we scroll back further, and we've been talking about this probably for 3 or 4 weeks now, and you pull a swing from swing low to swing high, we've come down to a little confluence channel at the 78.6. Now, 78.6, which is this line right here, and let me go ahead and change the color and put some weight on it so you guys can see it, is this yellow line right here. The 161.8 line is the one just below it. Now you can see price is back above it, just barely above the upper confluence channel. Now, normally I look for a bounce right here, and it would definitely be due. I mean, the pound has came all the way from a high of 163.80s all the way down to the low of 154, so almost 1,000 pips, 900 pips, basically straight down for the most part. But it's going to take a little bit time before this really starts to bounce, in my opinion. If you look at MACD has continued to make new lows, which lets us know that the bears are still in firm control. Okay, if you go back and look at price when it was up here, right, when price made a new high up here, look at MACD. MACD was failing to confirm the new high. We have just the opposite down here at the lows. MACD is continuing to make new lows, showing that the momentum is still to the downside. I was getting emails last week about this hammer candle that we had right here, but it was below our confluence channel, and I said, hey, I still think that price is probably going to come down to the next level. At that point, we'll have to wait and see. Okay, and if you were looking to take this, I would have wanted to see price not only get above this hammer, but above this lower, or this little confluence channel up in this area, and price never was able to close up above that area. It wasn't able to close above the hammer candle or the little confluence channel. So these levels tend to be really powerful, but like I said before, I thought that this had a lot further that the pound could drop. Now, if we break this level and want to continue down, the next level I think we have to contend with is this 152 level. That would be a 200% external retracement, along with the 100% retracement line. And that would be a pretty big move in this market, and it definitely could take shape. We've had some dollar strength as of lately, and dollar gets strong, the pound dollar could come under pressure a little bit more. The euro and some other currencies against the dollar will also come under pressure. Now the question we got to ask ourselves is, if the dollar continues to get stronger and the euro decides to roll over and get some movement to the downside, when that euro sells off, is that going to put some strength into the pound? As of lately, lately being this year, the euro and the pound have kind of come out of whack as far as correlations. Normally when the euro goes up, the pound follows. Well, since the beginning of this year, that has not really been the case. So ask yourself, if the dollar continues to get stronger, is this going to bounce up higher, maybe reject these levels, or is it going to head down to the next level? We're going to have to really wait and see. We need some more price bars, but this is a logical area. If we can base out here, go sideways, consolidate for a couple days, some of this momentum on the MACD could start to get a little bit more constructive. Then at that point, maybe we'll get an opportunity to take this long a little bit. Now, you might be asking, hey, if we're going to go long, what are we going to be looking for? Okay, let me get rid of these lines real quick. Okay, what we're going to be looking for is from swing high down to swing low. Now, a normal retracement in a bear market, right? If this thing wants to continue lower, at some point in time when it decides to start popping up, it should be able to make it up to a 38% retracement. Now, a 38% retracement is nothing, right? It's a small retracement and still downward trending market. And that's roughly the 158. So that's right around 300 pips from current level. So if we can consolidate around here a little bit and get some MACD, divergence and maybe even a MACD cross going, that could, help us. But, we want to see price action, first and foremost. So remember, we need to see price action. Right now, we don't have it. We have a high wave candle, and that's really saying that there's indecision at this level, and that could be a turning point or part of a turning point. We'll have to really wait and see how that plays out. Now, let's turn our attentions real quick to the euro yen. Okay, I don't think I've covered this lately in the Forex market preview. This thing has been on a tear, right? Everyone knows the yen pairs have been in the news, and we basically had a low down here right around 94. Now, what we want to do with this pair is pull Fibonacci from swing low to swing high, and then I want to go ahead and grab this second fib or swing point down here. Now, the areas that we're going to be looking for when this starts to retrace down, and this could be as early as next week, we'll have to wait and really see. I want to see a conviction break of this little ledge that we have up here. We have a little hammer candle right there, and that's not good enough, right? I need to see a decisive break. Now, if this thing decides to come back down, 38% retracement and maybe this 50% retracement right here, I'll be looking at this confluence channel, roughly the 113, 114s, the 115 level, price level. We break that, we could be coming down to this 110, 61.8 and a 50% retracement of the whole move. Now, do I think that this has long-term implications to go higher? Absolutely. Okay, but if we look at MACD on a shorter-term basis, right? MACD is extremely overbought. Here's a zero line down here, right? MACD is way up here. We've had a MACD cross to the downside. All that leads that we could get some type of pullback in the near future. Now, keep in mind we did have the G20 meeting going on late last week and even until today, I believe. And I've been reading some reports, and they say they're not going to get into a currency war and this, that, and the other. But if politicians step in the way, and they start opening their mouths like they like to do, that could have some negative effects for the yen, meaning that the yen could possibly get stronger in the short term, and that would be normal even in a strong move back up. Remember, nothing goes straight up or straight down forever. Anybody that tells you that the yen will never pull back is an absolute lie. Does that mean we're going to pull back here? Absolutely not, but it is definitely a logical place on the chart to watch. So let me go ahead and draw this line. This is the area I want to see before I am willing to commit to a short trade on this. And I have taken a couple little shots at this. I've won a couple, lost a couple, and I want to try to get into a swing trade and get some downward momentum to this. Okay, so if we can break this level right here, I may be looking to initiate a position and try to take it down to one of our levels. I'll need to see more candles to see if I jump off at the first confluence level that we first talked about, or if I'm going to take it down to this 110. Now, me sitting here telling you guys, I'd love to tell you I'm going to take it down to this 110. Okay, but that's 1,400 pips from current levels, and I'm not sure I'll have the patience to really hold it that long. Okay, I may end up getting out around the 114 to 116 level. We'll have to wait and see, and that's even considering that if it comes down here and breaks this level down here. Now, up here around these highs, what else do we have that could possibly be signaling that the trend is getting ready to have a pullback? Look at the highs. Higher high here, lower high here. Now, the only thing that we need to confirm this is what? A lower low, right? Lower highs, lower lows indicates a downtrend, even if it is a short-term sub-trend. Okay, keep in mind the longer-term trend is going to definitely be up. This is just going to be some type of pullback move when this thing starts to come back down, and then at these levels we're going to want to probably scale in and try to build a position to take this thing long over the next several couple of years. And when I say this, meaning euro yen, dollar yen, basically any of the yen crosses, they've come out and said that they're going to weaken their currency. So, in the short term, could this get a bounce down? Yes, I believe that we will get some type of pullback. We're going to have to wait and watch and see how it plays out. Like always, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I look forward to any feedback. Thanks.